I pronounce your. Okay. So, hello everyone. Good evening. Here we are with an amazing person with an amazing score here. A wonderful girl here, Dr. Srijanani Ashok Kumar, with a score of 200 in the FMG July 2025. Congratulations, Dr. Srijanani. How are you
Thank you so much,
feeling?
sir. I'm just so happy that I scored this, and I just didn't believe this. So it was very shocking, and the result came out so fast. So I'm feeling fine now, but very happy. But
I can see that you're not able to even word it. That is the kind of happiness that you deserve. This is wonderful. So tell us about yourself. How has your journey been?
So I'm from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, and I studied in the DMSF from Philippines. Actually, I just graduated this February. So
Oh.
I just gave this as a joke. Maybe I don't know. I wasn't serious because the months of preparation was very less. So I just thought maybe give it a shot this time. So I just gave it like that.
So this was your first attempt?
Yeah, it's my first attempt, doc.
Oh, that makes it, even sweeter to get this score on your first attempt. So when did you start studying? Obviously, this is not just 3 months of studies, right? You must have started earlier.
To be honest, I didn't really do it like other students. I didn't really like so much of a topper studying every time and all, but uh, I just studied after January this year. I just started like that slowly, and I just pick up the number of hours uh, studying. That's it.
So that means you started in January, even before you graduated, you started. Even though, yes, when you start, you are a little slow, but you pick up speed as you
Yes, sir.
move on with months. So it's always like that with most of the students. It is like that when you start, you don't really have a direction, you don't know how to go about it, so you're slower, but then as you start understanding the process, you get faster. So how did you start studying? Did you make a schedule? What were your resources to study? How did you go about it?
Actually, I didn't really much thought about it, but I just followed the schedule which was given, and I just followed that, and I just wanted to make a little improvement from every test and every GTs or mock test, whatever I'm giving. I just want that simple steps, but I just want that. So that's how I
So
started studying.
you didn't make a schedule of your own. That is perfectly okay. That's what we platforms, we institutes are for, to give you a structured schedule which you can follow, because that is how you can, progress from one subject to another. So with every schedule, like from one subject to another, were you able to finish all the subjects in time, or there were some parts which were left as you moved from one to another? How did you manage it within the schedule?
Of course, I couldn't able to finish everything, but it was actually manageable since the subjects were three. They gave time for that for one subject, 3 days or 4 days, and after that, subject-wise tests were there, and I just the. I listened to the class very well. Actually, I like the classes, every classes. So I listened properly in all the classes mostly, and I just gave a brush through of the workbooks which were given, and I practiced questions, PYQs or anything Qbanks regarding each subjects, because I like solving questions more than doing workbooks. So
That's
and I
that's
just
an
gave it.
excellent point that you've raised, and for all of you who are listening to this interview, that's a very important point that she mentioned. Practicing questions is actually as important as seeing or attending a class, reading your workbook, but actually practicing the question, executing what you have read, using it to solve an MCQ is what gives you the practice that is required. So how was your experience with the Qbank on Doctortorials app?
It was really nice, and for me, always actually solving questions. It's like fun to me, and it's something I do in while when I'm bored or something. So I just really loved it, solving the questions. And it's
Okay.
nice also to solve the questions in doc
So,
tutorials. It was easy to do, and the explanations videos also were there, so which made it actually easy.
so you did the question bank, and then what was your approach to GTs? When did you start giving GTs?
GTs, basically in the first few months, I didn't really give because I was scared. But after completing like 10, 12 subjects, the normal classes, I gave the GTs. I started slowly increasing the GTs. And by the end of near to my exams, before 3 weeks, I stopped. Meanwhile, I just gave six GTs in that four, I think GTs I gave in Doc Tutorials app itself, which was really nice. And they had this explanation video of the calculation sums, which I didn't really get. After seeing the explanation video only, I was able to understand, and I just rectified the mistakes from that. And that's how I made it for the GT,
So,
because
so yes, so video explanation of the GTs was a useful factor for you. I also feel that, when you solve an MCQ, you do have to have the knowledge to solve the MCQ, but you also have to know how to approach the question. And this video recorded GT explanations that actually tells you how to approach a question, how to rule out the options, and arrive at the correct answer. So that's a very, very good part that you've told all your friends out there, that do give the GTs, do watch the video explanations, so that you know how to attempt the question, and you also know where you are going wrong, because you don't really have a lot of time in the end, so you have to actually correct your weaknesses, and that is where this comes. So how was your score in the GTs? Did that improve as you gave more GTs? How is that matching your exam score?
uh, actually, in Doc Tutorials app, I think they made it tough. I think which is nice, because in the exam I didn't really panic much, and it was
Okay.
little tough for me. But I scored 180 in first GT of the Doc Tutorials, which I'm still proud
Okay.
of, because it was really tough. So I
Okay.
just wanted in between that range, from 160 to 200 range. Actually, I never touched 200, but I was around the corner of 180 to 190 sometimes. That's it.
That's wonderful. So that is what our aim is when we are, forming the GTs, when we are making the questions for the GTs, that we make it similar to how the exam would be. And you scoring between 180 to 190 on the GTs is similar to the score you've got in the exam. So
Yes,
that's
doc. Nearly.
wonderful. And I've heard that from a lot of students, that their score in the doc tutorials GTs are similar to their scores in the exam. So that's a very good thing to know. What else helped you in the preparation? Apart from question banks that you did the GTs, any other questions that you referred to? Did you do the NEET PG PYQs or the INI CT PYQs?
Yes, actually, every doc told me to do the NEET PYQs, because the level of questions, it was getting hard each year and each exam. So they asked to do that, and also the last 2 years of the INICT also. So I try to cover as much as possible, and I try to match it with the FMG topics also, the repeated topics and something like that, some mind calculations about it. And I think it turned out to be good now. I'm so glad that I worked on the NEET PG and questions, PYQs.
So that's an important message for everyone, that when you are preparing for the FMG exam, the questions are more or less similar. I mean, look at the exam this time. There is no difference in the level of questions for the FMG, and there are so many previous year questions from the NEET PG passing into this exam, even from the INI May 25 passing into this exam. So when you're preparing for the FMG exam, it is very important to do the NEET PYQs and the INI PYQs. So, Srijani, how do you feel now? What would you like to tell your friends? How do they approach the exam? Where did you do right, and what you could have done better, what they should improve? What's your message?
First, I will tell about the wrongs because that's what
Mm-hmm.
they should listen more, I guess. The wrongs I did was I just stick to the questions more. I didn't revise the workbooks. At the last minute, I regretted that a lot actually. I didn't really fully finish the workbook, or I didn't really touch the workbook actually. That one mistake. And also I didn't believe in myself that of course I couldn't able to complete everything, but I didn't really believe in myself. That is, I didn't have any confidence. I think everyone should have that confidence that you can do it despite everything. uh, and I think that's it, Doc. About the wrongs, and you just have to be consistent, even if it is just an hour or so. At the coming near to the exam, I started to lose hope and I wasted 2 3 days. I think if I studied in those days, I think I would have scored better, I guess. So just don't lose the hope. That's it for the wrongs. And for
It's
the
very
rights,
natural. Yes.
yes. And for the
Yes.
rights, I am not sure about the rights. Rights is that we
You
have to
have to
do
be
it.
sure, Srijani. Your score it tells us that you have to be sure of the rights. So yes, tell us what are the rights.
Rights is that everyone has their own way of studying. In the starting of the preparation, I started to copy my friends how they are studying, and I thought I should study like that. I should study like this, but no, I am not like them, and my style is different. I study during the night, well, so I do that after that. So that time itself took me long enough, and I wasted so much time in how to do it in my own style. Now I would say just do it yourself. If you're studying at night, it's okay, you do it. If you are an early morning riser and you study that time, you can do it that also. And if you prefer workbook more than questions, you can do that. Everything is fine as long as you do it and study it daily. That's it.
So that's a very important message. You have to be consistent. There might be days where you don't feel like studying, but it's important to take
Yes.
out an hour or two on those days also. You all have to find your own way of studying. Don't try to copy your friends. Don't get influenced by how everyone around you is studying. Each person is different. Their style, their mental activity, their grasping power, everything is different. So it is
Yes.
very important to find your rhythm, I would say. Rhythm is, I feel, the word that as you start studying, you'll take a few days to get into the rhythm, and then you have to be consistent with that. And Srijani, what are your plans from here?
I am really not sure because I never thought I would pass actually. So I have to start looking up what I should do further. Of course, I should do my internship fully, and I'm started to. I just have. I think I'll do need PG. I'll start coaching from very soon, I guess, for the need PG, and I'm not sure. I just work on myself in that meantime. That's it, Doc. I didn't really plan anything further. That's it.
Some things in life are best unplanned, and this is one of those moments for you. I can see how happy you are. How is everyone at home? All of them also must be on cloud nine.
Yes, Doc, they were totally because after exam, I really didn't believe in myself, even 1% like that. And my parents were the one who consistently believed that I know how hard you worked and I know you will get pass. So hearing that I got 200, my dad was literally tearful, eyes and all. So I don't know. It's like so much. It was happy, and that moment I just felt it was worth it to see their smiles and everything. So I
So
think
all the
we can keep that
effort,
as a motivation.
yes, all the effort that you put in, all the hours that you study, all of that is culminating into this final moment, and the happiness that you, your family, your friends around you get is, I think, the ultimate blessing and the gift that
Yes,
comes
Doc.
from it. So Srijani, one thing I wanted to ask you: any favorite faculties that you have on the Doc Tutorials app? Any subjects that were highly helpful?
I think every every faculty I equally like. There's no bias in that. Uh, Actually, I like everyone. I'm not sure, but the subject which I personally like is surgery and forensics. So I think the subject I like is that, not faculty. I just everyone were so awesome, because without them, I don't think I would have been in this position talking with you right now. Even yourself, everyone, everyone is my favorite.
That's wonderful. Any vacations that you plan from here?
Uh, I think Delhi. We have to go Delhi for the certificate. So this is my first time going to North India also. So just North India trip like that.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. That's very nice to hear. It was wonderful talking to you. Enjoy the bliss, enjoy the glory. And yes, this is your time.
Yes, doc.
Enjoy the
Thank
bliss.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much, doc.
Dr. Srijanani. Thank you.
Bye, doc.
Bye bye. Bye bye.